Hi. So here is the video for the first dancer that I'm going to speak about. I'm going to try to be a little louder because I swear past videos I was quieter. Before I start, I just want to let you know that I am only going to be profiling dancers from the Royal Ballet. And the ballets I talk about, except for one, are all from the Royal Ballet. This is because the Royal Ballet has the best social media presence, quite frankly. Whoever does their social media knows what they're doing. Yeah, so they have like a wealth of information on YouTube, and the dancers, most of them have Instagrams. So, yeah, it's just easier to profile people where there's actually information about them. So, today I'm going to be speaking about Kristen McNally, who is one of my favorites. She is a dancer who, holy God, she could dance the hell out of Lady Loki. Actually, I know there are actresses who could probably do a decent Lady Loki. I think Kristen McNally, I honestly think that she could do better than anybody, quite frankly, just because, fuck, she's amazing. So yeah, Kristen McNally, she has a very interesting physicality. She tends to disappear into roles. She's one of the dancers who I cannot recognize her. Like I would not be able to recognize her on the street. My best friend, when we're watching ballets, often has to point out that's Kristen McNally because she disappears into the roles she dances. In Mayerling, she emotionally turns on a dime like that. She goes from cold and aloof to warm and loving, just like that. It's really impressive to see. She just does it. Just does it. A shift in posture says something in her performance. In Draftworks, this year she did. Oh God, I love Kristen McNally. This year she did a really funny, really weird kind of 60s. I can't even describe it. It's like this weird kind of like groovy 60s thing. It was delightfully weird. Kristen McNally is really good at making weird interesting. She makes it interesting. It's not just weird because it's weird. It's interesting weird, which there is a difference. She choreographed something called based on quotation marks a and quotation marks true story. That was hard to read. So she choreographed based on a true story with Harry Churches and Nadia Malova Barley. I have not seen it. My best friend saw clips of it, and what she described to me sounded fascinating. I hope I can track it down at some point because it really does sound interesting. It sounds creepy. The way she said it is, you can't tell if violence is about to happen. It seems like it might, but there's no kind of indication one way or another that it will. McNally presents World Ballet Day every year. There's nothing this woman can't do. She's so multi-talented, and she is a great presenter. Just a phenomenal presenter. And my favorite of her roles, Carabas. She plays the wicked fairy in Sleeping Beauty, who is known as Carabas. And oh my, I've watched this so many times. I've watched her perform so many times. I've actually memorized part of her mime. In ballet, they don't use words, so every now and again, you'll see a dancer mime something. McNally does you forgot me, why? She asked the queen that. I love the fact that the queen just right away throws her husband under the bus, like, no, I didn't do it, he did. And then, of course, the king blames the servant, and the servant gets the short end of the stick, obviously. So McNally makes Caraboss terrifying, but she also makes her magnetic. So, like, I hate to say this, but in the Sleeping Beauty, I do not care about Aurora and the Prince. They're boring. I'm sorry. I don't care. I'm so enthralled by this wicked fairy. And yeah, the way McNally just inhabits her is just unbelievably. It's one of those things you really have to see, because words cannot do it justice. Every movement says something. And every scene she's in, she holds your entire focus. Even if she's only there for like a few seconds, your focus is on her. Yeah, Kristen McNally is just magnetic. And just wow. Yeah, if she's in a production, it's so worth watching. And to close, anyone who thinks ballet is just all hoity-toity and just serious and dramatic and humorless, they've never seen McNally play the cook in Alice's Adventures in Wonderland, or her ongoing background flirtation with the executioner or the Axeman, whatever they call him. She just throughout the play, she's flirting with the Axeman because she likes his axe. She likes the axe. She's like, ooh, I have a knife and you have an axe. We should go out for coffee. So yeah, Kristen McNally, definitely a dancer to look up. As I mentioned before, I have a ton of links about her that I will post on my blog, and I highly recommend you look them up. You will not be disappointed. All right. Thank you for that. See you tomorrow for more pictures. Bye.